Hello, everybody. It's so nice to be with you again. I'm Christopher, and I work at the Ann Arbor District Library, and I want to welcome you to Storytime. Now, a lot of you know how I like to begin all my story times. It's with a little song called Clap Everybody and Say Hello. Let's give it a try. And if you don't know it now, you will by the time the song's over. It goes like this. Clap everybody and say hello, say hello, say hello. Clap everybody and say hello. Welcome to Story Time. I think you've got it. Are you ready to try it with the banjo? I'm not sure if I am, but we'll do our best. Clap everybody and say hello, say hello, say hello. Clap everybody and say hello. Welcome to Story Time. Let's try it with a few other languages. Let's try Greek. Yassas. Hello to everyone. Ready? Clap everybody and say yassas, say yassas, say yassas. Clap everybody and say yassas. Welcome to Story Time. We haven't done Czech in a while. Let's say hello to all of our Czech friends. Clap everybody and say ahoy, say ahoy, say ahoy. Clap everybody and say ahoy. Welcome to Story Time. How about Spanish? Hola. Clap everybody and say hola. Sometimes it happens. Clap everybody and say hola, say hola, say hola. Clap everybody and say hola. Welcome to Story Time. Welcome everyone. Before we get started, I wanted to show you my campfire, because we have some great stories today, and I thought it'd be nice to have a little campfire to keep us cozy. All right. So, with that in mind, how about a little Grand Old Duke of York to get us warmed up? The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. I think we can pick up the pace a little bit. Are you ready? We're going to go faster and faster. The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. Super fast. The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. Very nice. Well, I do have some great stories today that we could be telling around the campfire, and you can tell them around the campfire if you have one this summer. The first story I have is called Bear and Chicken. Once upon a time, Bear was rumbling through the forest. Rumble, 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 rumble. And what did he find? Frozen. He found a rooster. Oh, frozen. So cold, like a block of ice. Well, Bear knew just what to do. Bear gathered up that rooster and took that rooster home. And what would he do to help thaw that rooster out? Bear wrapped him in a nice blanket and set him by the fire. When Rooster started to wake up, there was Bear smiling and so happy to see a friend. But all Rooster could see was Bear's sharp teeth. Rooster started to get the wrong idea. Meanwhile, Bear was busy in the kitchen with a big pot, stirring away on the stove. And Bear said, "Are you almost ready for lunch, Rooster?" And Rooster said, Buck, I don't know about that. I don't think I'm ever ready for lunch." Because Rooster was afraid that he was lunch. And Bear said, "Something's missing." And Rooster again had the wrong idea and started to back away from everything. And as he did, he knocked over some salt, and Bear said, "That's right, salt. I'm missing salt." And so Bear put in some salt, and then Rooster looked up, and Bear was busy cutting things up on the cutting board with his sharp knife. And Rooster said, "Oh, I don't like the look of this," and started to run out of Bear's house. Well, Bear chased and chased, and Rooster went faster and faster until finally Rooster tripped and fell. And Bear came up and said, "Rooster, don't you want lunch?" And just then, Rooster's stomach started growling. And Bear said, "You do want lunch." And Rooster said, "I am pretty hungry." And so they both went back to Bear's cottage and had a nice vegetable stew. The end. Thank you for listening. That's a lovely story. All right. How about dance any way you want to? I think today one of our animal friends can help us. Rooster, are you ready to dance any way you want to? I think that's yes. Okay. Oh, dance any way you want to, dance any way you please. Dance any way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Good dancing, Rooster. Oh, hop any way you want to, hop any way you please. Hop any way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Oh, swim any way you want to, swim any way you please. Swim any way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Rooster? Oh, Rooster? I think Rooster's a little tired after all that hopping and dancing and swimming. Is that right? Well, let's take a little rest, Rooster. Oh, sleep any way you want to. Sleep any way you please. Oh, sleep any way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Oh, you woke us up. Are you ready for the rest of the story time? All right. Let's get on with the rest of our story time. we have another great book. I'm really excited about this one. It's called Sometimes Rain by Meg Fleming. It's just lovely. There we go. Sometimes Rain is the first page. Sometimes drizzle, drip, drip, drain. Sometimes picnic, sometimes rain. Sometimes dropping, steady chill. Sometimes frosting every hill. Sometimes sledding frozen toes. Sometimes carrot, sometimes nose. Sometimes twinkle winter white, crystal garden, silver night. Sometimes boring, wonder wait. Sometimes early, sometimes late. Sometimes clear, bright and glowing. So much melt, the mud is growing. Sometimes flying magic swing, blooming treehouse, happy spring. Sometimes dreaming, open skies, sometimes chasing butterflies. Sometimes blazing secret trails, sometimes finding frogs and snails. Sometimes splashing yellow sun, sometimes soaking summer fun. Sometimes changing vibrant trees, sometimes zipping out the breeze. Sometimes stomping leafy crunch, sometimes eating apple lunch. Sometimes piles 10 feet tall, sometimes jumping into fall. Sometimes wandering far or near, always knowing someone here. Always ready, stay or roam, always welcome, always home. The end. That's just a lovely story. I think it's just about time for Dr. Knickerbocker, and I've got a special someone here to help me with it. Astrid, would you like to join me?
Sure.
All right. Do you know how the song goes?
I think so.
Okay. And at home, you can do Astrid's part, and it goes like this. Dr. Knickerbocker, Knickerbocker, number 9. I just got back and I'm feeling fine. Now I've got the rhythm of the head tap tap.
Now I've got the rhythm of the head tap tap.
Now I've got the rhythm of the nose honk honk.
Now I've got the rhythm of the nose honk honk.
Now I've got the rhythm of the shoulders doo wop.
Now I've got the rhythm of the shoulders doo wop.
Now I've got the rhythm of the elbows bonk bonk.
Now I've got the rhythm of the elbows, bonk, bonk.
Tap, tap,
Tap, tap,
honk, honk,
honk, honk.
doo-wop,
Doo-wop,
bonk, bonk.
bonk, bonk.
Dr. Knickerbocker, Knickerbocker, number 9. I just got back and I'm feeling fine. Now I've got the rhythm of the hands clap, clap.
Now I've got the rhythm of the hands clap, clap.
Now I've got the rhythm of the finger snip, snap.
Now I've got the rhythm of the finger snip, snap.
Now I've got the rhythm of the tummy tap, tap.
Now I've got the rhythm of the tummy tap, tap.
Now I've got the rhythm of the hips, hoo-wee.
Now I've got the rhythm of the hips, woo-wee.
Clap, clap,
Clap, clap,
snip, snap,
snip, snap,
tap, tap,
tap, tap,
hoo-wee.
woo-wee.
Dr. Knickerbocker, Knickerbocker, number 9. A 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5, a 6, a 7, a 8, and 9. I say a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5, a 6, a 7, a 8, and 9. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, we've got one story left for our story time, and it's really a good one. It's from this book, The Riddle in the Tale, that I picked up in Edinburgh at the Storytelling Center. There are whole stores just devoted to telling stories. This is one of my favorites. It's called Happy Jack and Lazy John. Now, in an old village, there was a baker, and the baker had 2 sons. They were identical twins, but apart from their appearance, they were quite different in their demeanor. Happy Jack was up early in the morning, baking and merry and whistling, because he was happy from dawn until dusk, happily making pastries and tarts and all kinds of bread in the oven. His brother, Lazy John, was a lay-a-bed. He would sleep until noon if you let him. But he was busy working in his own way because he was very clever and he kept the books. He kept track of all the accounting for the bakery. Well, one day the king was visiting the village. Now, the king was feeling quite sad and depressed lately. And when he smelled this delicious smell of freshly baked bread, he sent one of his messengers to the bakery to get some for him. Well, the messenger came back not just with fresh baked goods, but also with Happy Jack himself, because Happy Jack was there to deliver some very special tarts for the king. Happy Jack showed up smiling and cheerful and whistling, and the king, who was not in a very good mood, said, "What makes you so happy?" And Happy Jack said, "I'm happy working and baking, and I've been this way my whole life. Isn't life grand?" The king did not think so. And in fact, Happy Jack's good mood made him rather cross. And the king said, "I think no one deserves to be so happy. You, sir, need to be taught a lesson. I have 2 riddles for you, and you must appear before me tomorrow morning with the answers, or I will shut your bakery down to teach you a lesson." Well, that was not very nice. This is not the nicest king you've ever heard of. And the king said, "Here are the riddles. What does every rich person lack? every poor person have, and if you eat it, you will die. Happy Jack didn't know, but he had until the next morning. And then the king said, "My second riddle is, what will I be thinking when you appear before me tomorrow morning?" That's not much of a riddle, but who can argue with the king? Happy Jack went back to the bakery, feeling not at all happy. He woke up his brother, Lazy John, and told him everything. Lazy John said, "Happy Jack, haven't we always worked everything out? And you know, as industrious as you are, I am equally clever. I'll think of something." Happy Jack went to bed that night trying to be calm, to reassure himself, but he was still quite nervous. And in the morning, Lazy John was up early and set out in Happy Jack's place. Lazy John appeared before the king, and the king said, "Do you have an answer to my first riddle?" And Lazy John said, "Of course I do. The answer is nothing." What does a rich person lack? Nothing. What does a poor person have? Nothing. And if you eat it, you will die. Nothing. Well, the king was taken aback, and he said, "What about the answer to my second riddle? What am I thinking right now with you standing before me?" And Lazy John said, "You are thinking that this is Happy Jack here to answer your riddles. And in fact, you are wrong, because I am Lazy John, Happy Jack's twin brother." Now the king was more shocked than ever. He had been outwitted, and everyone in court gasped, waiting for the king's reaction. In fact, the king started to smile because he knew he had been outwitted. And from then on, the bakery was one of the favorite places that the king loved to visit. The end. Thank you for listening. It's just about time for us to wrap things up. So will you join me for the pirate song? When I was one, I sucked my thumb on the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." When I was two, I tied my shoe on the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." When I was three, I tapped my knee on the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." Wonderful. All right, shall we finish up with "Knees Up, Mother Brown"? Let's see if we can figure this out together. Let's see if this will work. All right. There was a girl from France who didn't know how to dance. The only thing that she could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. And sit back down. Oh, Lazy John was very smart, but his brother made all the tarts. The only thing that he could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown, and sit back down. Oh, Chicken thought he was lunch, but Bear liked him a whole bunch. The only thing that he could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown, and sit back down. There was a teeny tiny man who loved to do handstands. Oh, not today. The only thing that he could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown, super fast. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Wiggle, wiggle fingers right up to the sky. Wiggle, wiggle fingers and wave them all goodbye. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.